Hey everyone, I'm Salon Success Coach Christy Valenzuela, owner of Crystal Focus Salon Coaching, co-owner of Summit Salon Business Center, and otherwise known as the Front Desk Doctor. Welcome to Front Desk 101. This is part 2 of our 3-part series. This segment is called First Impression Strategies. As you know, this mini-series is for salon owners and managers. Our mission at Crystal Focus is to revolutionize the salon industry one front desk at a time. And we know the best place is providing you, the salon owner or manager, with the key things you need to understand about the front desk. In this episode, I will help you understand the 5 areas of a great first impression. Learn how to be new, better, bigger, different than your competition, and discover why people leave and what the current national retention rates are right now. My passion for this segment is fueled by the constant pain and frustration I see with salon owners regarding their front desk. High turnover of the position, inconsistency with systems and scripts, and costly mistakes on the appointment book. I also see salon owners who just don't have the time to train the front desk, or they might not know where to start. So I hope this segment of First Impression Strategies, part 2 of our Front Desk 101, enlightens you to think above what systems you currently have in the salon. I hope that it empowers you to make the changes you need and produces the results you need to serve the greater good of you, your team, and your clients. So let's get started. At Crystal Focus, we believe there are 5 key areas of a first impression. Many of these key areas are handled solely by the front desk, and some with a combination of team synergy, which is the front desk and the service providers working together. Let's go through those 5 areas. The first area is you. We call it you because we want your team to understand it's all about how they show up for the day. Their dress code, is it part of the dress code that you want for your brand? Did they pick something out that represents what you agreed on in your interview? It's all about them and their professionalism with how they look, how they talk, how they act, not only with clients, but interact with each other. So you is a big part of that first impression and the responsibility that they have and the accountability of how they show up every day in the salon as to how that client views them on their visit. All of these areas are important to a salon client when they walk in the door. The next area that we focus on in the first impression is the phone. Of course, this is one of the first contacts that we have with our clients. So we believe that we need a different greeting. We need to make offerings on the phone. And we also need to be clear and consistent as a front desk team when we're talking about information about your salon. Anything from directions to the services you offer, to the pricing of your services, or the different pricing that you may have with each service provider. The third section of the first impression would be the greeting, the actual on-site greeting of the client. Is it professional? Do we make great eye contact with a smile right when they walk in the door? Are we offering an in-depth, wonderful salon tour that really showcases and highlights your salon brand and really talks about the services that you have as well as the specialties of your team? Are we offering additional opportunities when the client walks in the door? And is the greeting and consultation of the service provider complete, professional, and in-depth? Does it have a difference that a client would notice from how they're being greeted by the service provider in your salon and how they were greeted in the past experiences they've had in other salons? It's so important to really show up on the radar as being different with all of these different steps of your first impression. The fourth area we call retail. Now, retail, or the act of retailing or selling products, actually should start at that front desk by opening the sale even on the phone by offering a special, or when the client walks in, offering the specials or the promotions that we have on sale. It should then continue at the station or in the spa room by giving a lesson of hair care or skin care to the client. And then it should also be efficient when closing the sale together at the end of the appointment, so that the front desk and the service provider have a seamless and effortless way of introducing that client to the products that they need to take home. And then the fifth area we call pre-booking, which is simply talking about the maintenance throughout the service and then closing it together professionally by communicating this to the front desk as to when the client should come back, and having a very professional, confident script from your front desk to close the pre-book. I like to think of the first impression as being, if you will, the lazy river of customer service for a client. We should really implement systems in our salon that help our team practice these great customer care steps in order to take care of that customer, in order to take care of that client, and to not have hiccups in between all of these different areas of the first impression. In each of these areas, we need to strive to be new, better, bigger, different than your competition, and use the same scripts as everyone else so that it shows consistency and uniqueness with your salon brand. Here's something that I'd love for you to write down. Did you know that 85% of the reason why clients come back is due to the total experience in the salon? This shows us how important it is to learn, understand, and follow through with each of these steps in a professional, consistent, and structured manner. I'd like to talk to you about a resource that we have to help you implement a great first impression standard in your salon. I'd like to introduce you to our new in-salon workshop that is customized to fit your team and your salon brand. It's called the First Impression Workshop, and it's facilitated by one of our certified Crystal Focus trainers. This program can range from 3 to 5 hours. It's super interactive, fun, and powerful. Your team will hear the information at the same time and make their commitment to action as you would like to see it in your salon. So for more information about the First Impression Workshop and how our Crystal Focus certified trainers can help you, please visit our website at crystalfocus.com or email me at coachchristy@crystalfocus.com, and I will personally contact you about the possibilities of scheduling one of these workshops in your salon. And by the way, great news, if you have Redken Club Fifth Avenue points or Pureology points, you can actually use these points to pay for one of our workshops. Now, let's expand on the topic of first impression. How long does it take to make a first impression? Well, this was actually something I looked up a couple years ago when I developed a program for the Redken Symposium called You Had Me at Hello. That was a 90-minute program that I did from stage that year, and it was all about the first impression. So I did some research, and of course, what we do now when we research a topic is we go to the internet, right? So I went to Google and I Googled, how long does it take to make a first impression? And one of the experts that popped up first said that it only takes 5 seconds to make a first impression. And I thought, wow, that's interesting. So I Googled some more, and lo and behold, I found another expert that says, no, it doesn't take 5 seconds to make a first impression. It actually takes 15 seconds to make a first impression. So I thought that was interesting. I Googled just a little bit more, and I found a third expert that says, no, it doesn't take 5 seconds. It doesn't take 15 seconds. It'll actually take about 30 seconds to make a first impression. Well, I thought that was interesting too. And I made a determination as your coach and an expert in our industry. Here's all I'm going to tell you. We have less than a minute to win it, so we better get it right. When a client walks into the salon, your brand and your professionalism is showcased through your people, the way they look, act, and talk. Have you ever been disappointed in how one of your employees dressed themselves for the day? Or how they did their hair today? It's so frustrating when you have a dress code and it isn't followed, right? Or clearly the employees aren't getting the concept that we're a hair salon and they should probably do their hair today. A few years ago, I kept getting calls from salon owners who loved our first product that we created for the salon industry for salon owners called the Front Desk Doctor Kit. And they listened to those 8 CDs and they implemented them into the salon, but the salon owners were asking for more. They wanted a whole CD dedicated to dress code and professionalism. I have to tell you, I was shocked that we actually needed to create a whole educational talk around this topic. But when I went back to the drawing board and began to create what is now our top selling product for the salon industry to train your front desk team, it's called the Anatomy of a Great Front Desk. And some of you have this product already. The whole first CD number 1, we spent time talking about the importance of a brand and how the brand is more than just a logo, a business card, and a sign over the salon. It's also the dress code that the salon owner is asking for, the language and the attitude of the people who work there. You see, a brand isn't who you say you are. A brand is who your clients say you are after they leave. It's really what did they see and what are they interpreting it as and what are they telling their friends that you did during their appointment. This is your brand. You may have an intention for your brand and it may be being misinterpreted by your clients if your brand is not pulled through your people in their dress code, their language, and their attitude. The videos in CD1 talk about if you work in a salon, you need to look like the product produced by the people who work there. Anything less than this is unacceptable and frankly, very confusing to clients. Clients don't understand when they walk into a hair salon why the people don't have their hair done or their makeup done. This is super confusing to clients and frankly, it could get them to keep looking for another salon that fits them. If you're a salon owner or a manager that is as passionate about professionalism and dress code as I am and many other salon owners, we cover this in detail in our beginning segment of the First Impression Workshop, the one I just mentioned that we can come to your salon and do for your team. And like I said, we also cover this topic in detail in the Anatomy of a Great Front Desk video training series. You're going to find that in CD1. If you already have this video series, consider to start training every new employee, whether they're front desk, an associate, or a service provider, with this first interactive training video. Did you know that one of the top challenges of the salon industry is client retention? Salon owners, what would your business look like if you kept every client that ever walked through your doors? Think of the service providers on your team. Do some of them struggle with slow days? What if they had done a better job at just keeping the clients that they serviced? We surveyed clients to find out why they choose not to come back to a salon. Here's some of the things that they said. Number 1, they were never on time. Number 2, I didn't get what I wanted. I couldn't even do my hair after I left. Number 3, the team was unprofessional, the way they looked, act, or talked. Number 4, they just didn't seem to care about me. I just felt like their next appointment. Let's make sure to pay close attention to all of these, but especially number 1. And oh my gosh, this is the biggest complaint that the front desk has to handle from a client. Let me give you a quick tip of how to handle an upset client, and then I'll lead you to more information. Number 1, the first step in handling an angry client is simply just to listen. Someone who is coming up with a complaint just wants to be heard. So the way we listen is uninterrupted. Great eye contact. And if you can, come out from behind the front desk and stand next to the client so they don't feel that there's a barrier of listening. Number 2, don't ever make excuses for something that somebody is complaining about. Just listen and nod. And number 3, appreciate them for bringing this to your attention. Number 4, let them know that their voice is important and that you have a system to record their concern so that a manager will be well aware of the situation. Number 5, ask them if they'd like a call back from the manager. Some clients will, some clients won't. They just want to be heard. Number 6, give them a client recovery gift. To a client, we would call this a client appreciation gift. There should be 3 levels of value to your client recovery gift. Depending on what happened and really kind of how bad the offense was for the client, the front desk would choose the level of recovery gift to give. All of this would be logged in the logbook. Now you can start this system right away by teaching this to your front desk, the simple steps that I just explained to you, and by developing your own system of recording the complaint. If you don't have time and you want more in-depth training for your team and the sheets that we've created for the logbook, this can all be found on CD number 5 of the Anatomy of a Great Front Desk, the video training series. We have an actual video on there of an angry client coming up to the front desk complaining that once again, the stylist is running behind. It shows the professionalism through the front desk of her listening eye to eye and coming out from behind the front desk. And you'll hear the exact scripts for the front desk to use on how to thank the client for bringing these concerns up and how to give the client the appropriate client recovery package and to record this important information in the logbook. I'd like to go back and just review with the salon owners how important this first impression is for your salon team in order to really increase retention. 85% of the reason why clients come back is due to the total experience in the salon. And right now, our salon industry is suffering at very, very low retention rates. In fact, a national study showed that only 25% of new clients return for a second visit. That means out of every 100 clients, 25 of them are returning and 75 of them are saying, not for me. And they're judging us on the important areas of customer service. They're judging us on how well your team looked. They're judging us on our phone skills. They're judging us on the greeting that they had when they walked in the salon, the consultation with the service provider. They're judging us on how well we taught them about the products we're using and if they can recreate their look at home. And they're also judging us on how much we appreciated them at the end of the appointment and asked them to come back. Those are the 5 steps of first impression. Let's make sure that we put systems into place in your salon that we can truly go to the next level of what you have in place right now, as well as be new, better, bigger, or different than your competition. We have to show up on the radar as being new, better, bigger, different to really earn the right of the client coming back for their second, third, fourth, and so on visits. Okay, it's time for your prescription for action from the front desk doctor. So number 1, your first prescription, salon owners, is a lot of this needs to start in your own hiring process, your interview questions, and training new team members. If you don't have the front desk doctor kit yet, it's one of our classic training products that we develop for the salon industry. And it's actually in our clearance section right now on our website at crystalfocus.com for 50% off. And there's still some left. Now, once these go, we're not going to reproduce them, but don't fear. We actually have something on our chalkboard that we are going to go back and revisit the hiring process, interviewing, and things like that for salon owners. And that'll be out in a new product at the end of 2013 or at the beginning of 2014. But if you don't want to wait for that, see if that's still available in the clearance section on our website. These are the audio CDs that we like salon owners to listen to. These are audio CDs. We know salon owners like to listen in the car, and you rarely have time to sit and watch training videos. So the products we create for salon owners are always in audio. So they're like education on the go. So you may choose to take these CDs of the front desk doctor, these audios, and upload them into your iTunes, which is awesome because in case the CDs ever get lost or damaged, you actually have another copy in your computer. Okay, number 2, salon owners who have the Anatomy of a Great Front Desk video training series for your team, take out CD 1 and have your team go back through these principles of first impression. Look, talk, act, be your brand. Also, CD number 5 has the video of how to handle angry clients and the worksheets to download as well. Number 3, this is the perfect time to schedule a first impression workshop, customized for your unique team needs and your salon brand. It's a 3 to 5 hour workshop depending on the focus and interaction that we develop and implement for your salon. So send me an email and let me know that you're interested. Send it to Coach Christy at crystalfocus.com. And we can set some time up to talk over the phone to see if this is what your next step should be. And I can talk to you more about the customization, the pricing, and so on. Okay, up next in our next episode of Front Desk 101 is Front Desk Sales Principles. I'll show you the 5 principles of sales through your front desk. This is where I show you how to bring in the bacon through your front desk. So I'll be leading you through more of how to use the training products I mentioned today, as well as another great program that we offer. It's called Salon Accelerate. It's a 3-part secret shopper program that is meant to be a positive experience for your team to enhance their follow-through skills on the branded systems that you know are important to your salon brand. Okay, everyone, let's get into action. This is Coach Christy, otherwise known as the Front Desk Doctor, saying get focused, get crystal focused.